And welcome. This is Valderon. This is the endless universe in front of us, loading in so we can actually travel and visit whatever planets or systems we want. The only restriction there will be in that is time and fuel. So today we'll start looking at the frigate missions, and then we will take a tour around and harvest our stuff from the different bases we put up, so we get our funny little things. Not all frigate missions will be back, so what I will do is I will take those who are back, and then from there let the other one finish, and then in the end I will send off whatever we can, what we have fuel and stuff for. So this was a long one. So far, lots of coins. There might be a surprise. Coins, coins, coins. Oh, there was something which is not coins. A little bit more coins, coins, coins. Corvax casing. And that's it. Not much non-coins, but there was quite a lump sum coming out of that. 4 million. That is not a bad amount. So that one goes to the starship, that one goes into the, was actually 4.5 million there in one go. These I saved there. I kept because I had more than 9,999 yesterday, so I took the lump over. And onwards to the next one. That is still ongoing. There's one there which is returned. See what that brings of funny things. It was a relatively short one. Cappuccino balls, very few coins. Albumin pearl, units, a little bit of units, a little bit more units, and that's it. Oh well. So, not all are equally good, which is kind of fine. I do not expect everything to really ring the bells every time. That would be presumptuous, if anything. So there's one over there which also is being done. So I think it makes more sense to send them out in the end of the stream, because then we have had time to assemble some tritium and dihydrogen, so we can make fuel as well. At some point we will hopefully start making loads of fuel, but not at this point. A little bit of different things. 900,000 coins. So I have a lot of things which is on the in the exosuit, which is foodstuff, and of course I will need to make sure that is dealt with. And that's down at this end anyway, so the main problem is space, so let's see. So what I'm going to do, some of them I can actually do something about. Milk I can make to butter, cream first and then butter. I was thinking maybe I should just try and look something, because the pie pastry, not the pie. Cream and pastry. No, that's not going to be anything. So, butter. So sweet root becomes sugar, so if we process that, then it's only in one stack. For some reason the nutrient, the ingredient storage only take 50 per stack, where other places it's 100, so that's a little bit annoying. Hexaberry, oh, they become giant egg becomes baked eggs. No need to do anything about them. Scaly meat becomes processed meat. I think I have half a stack of that or something like that, so hopefully. A lot of things, especially meat, turns out to be become the same. What would chromatic metal? That would become silicon eggs. So that didn't really help my case, and then I went out instead of click there. So sugar, butter. Oh, we didn't have any butter. I made it into pie, didn't I? So yeah. So I'll put these in, and then I will put these two. Oh. There we go. Then we will put them on a slot in the storage for now. Then we can always move them as necessary. I think I have a whole empty one. Raw steaks, that sounds nice. Processed meat doesn't, but so that was that. Make sure that all is gone as it should be. Whatever I have, no, I'm not supposed to. So all these B and unknowns can be sold. Good. That was what we determined yesterday. So we have a lot of things to sell, but first we will have to go around and collect some of our stock around, because we have a lot of grown stuff and harvested things, so we have to take a trip around. Been in this base for quite a while, so I was actually expecting to see it overgrown or something, but we have all this stuff. We actually have to pick it up. So the other two I named with what's on them, so that makes it a little bit easier to find. But the main base, but that's why the overseer is. Someone turned off the light. So it's full. I'll put it directly into the freighter from here. So this will cause a little bit of a problem. So what I am going to do is put a boom, 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 boom. None of these. A biofuel reactor. So in emergencies I can actually use that, otherwise I will have to stay here until it turns day. I could just put something like 10 carbon in and it would work, but what? Didn't I connect it? What day is it? Oh God. Yeah, that's kind of the problem, because it uses more than, oh, Jesus. The question is, can we cheat it somehow? Connect that. Connect it to there. Then what happens if I cut that one out? It works. I'll just have to connect that to the mains if I want to use it on the main power. That's pretty much. But the thing is, when you put it in onto the grid, the machinery is using more than that one can provide. And yeah, you can argue I lost 80. Carbon, but I mean, that is not the major problem. So done. And we can go to where we were. I could of course go back to the freighter and clean things up. I can always do that later. And I know we have a storage slot which was not added to the freighter, but again, that can be done later. We will be coming back and deal with it, so come on, thank you. What I will do though is I will chuck these to the freighter. Because I don't need them on the run. And actually I think I will go and sell all those other upgrade modules as well, so I get rid of them, and then I have so much more space in my exosuit. It's better to kind of clean up sometimes, and I'll have to do it a couple of times because I have saved so many of them, and it is kind of silly. Yeah, I have ships I could put them on, but until I start working on expanding the storage, then I can't put a lot of technology on anyway. And I can really not sit and save it from forever. There are of course things which might be fine to save. But to be honest, many things I will be able to reacquire at some point. Actually, let's have them down here in the bottom anyway. That's where I have things which is not important right now. Because when I get new ones, they will sit up here. So, good, cleaned up, and it's almost like taking a shower. Almost. There's nothing here I would like. I do have to look because they do change sometimes. Still cheap iron loom. I have to buy them. So that's my exosuit. That's so not much we could sell, but that's kind of fine. So we are 130,000 light year from the core. sorry, I just have to check something while I remember it, otherwise I'm sitting in 4 hours time and have not checked, and I will regret it. So oh, 124 even. Anomaly, where? I really don't want to go for it, but on the other hand, when they are close by, then let me get some of them over and done with. Did actually talk about whether I should run through the Atlas part and get all those different things. So let's first visit him. The Atlas interface. So these bubbles sometimes give you words I said sometimes. I normally do it after I had talked to him, but because Atlas has its own unique language. There was one word. There was another one. Some of these also do. do. Just realized something I haven't seen before. Keen, Core, Kick. I wish he didn't call my mother that. So I get these, which ends to the remembrance. I'm not sure what usage there is in that, but I still wonder why there's llamas there. So, let's see if there's some more words. Again, the more words you get, the better you understand what is actually said to you. Is it important? I honestly don't know. It's one of these things. I might just be rather silly right now. It's you can see it's quite a number of words you actually learn. So is it worth it? It's a good question. I don't know, and I can't answer that. I will kind of leave that to each player himself to determine, do I want to spend my time doing that? Do I need it? As I said, I can't actually say, because it's still a question in my mind if you have any benefit or not. Going to farm a little bit before we go on. A lot of planets in this system, so there's some interesting missions. It is difficult to say, to be honest. There are things you can do, there's things you don't have to do. And it's really up to you. When you play, you're in charge. Same, you don't have to do missions, you don't have to. You can be a galaxy jumper. like we were talking about last week or Sunday. That's another option. You choose your own path fully. And so do I when I play. I take what I think is best for me, for the type of gameplay I like. My gameplay will not be typical to what I'm doing when I'm sitting streaming, because an A1. I've kind of decided to show pretty much all aspects of the game for you guys, especially the new guys that's just started playing and sitting sometimes thinking, what do I use that for? How do I do that? How do I progress from this point? What's the anomaly? How do I make money? So that's the easy part. Got a couple sold there. But those kind of things I can kind of help a little bit with. And I show, well, I play like I don't have any money, so maybe I should take the proper door. So the thing is, you can also ask in chat. You don't have to be a follower to do that. I do appreciate people following me, but you don't have to. It's your choice. But I'll still help you if I can. This is one of the games which can be a little bit unforgiving until you actually get the hints and tips how to progress. I have met players who pretty much still was on the 3 first planet. I met players who kept dying. And the thing is, when you don't know, it can be a little bit unforgiving. So, this is a forum where you can actually ask questions. If you're new or an old player, I've had older players giving them some hints, and they actually took some of it on board and came back and said, wow, I never thought about that. And that's cool. I really enjoy that. I really enjoy helping people if I can. There's way too many people who, yeah, you're a noob. Read my t-shirt. That's one of the offensive ones. actually think I'll take a picture of a holo terminus. Just for one simple reason, there's nothing better to do there. So, a gift. What am I getting here? Nanites. I actually don't notice how many I have, so sometimes I have to just check how many do I actually have. So go and take a picture of a holo terminus. It's one of those kind of missions which can turn out to be a nightmare, because you might have to walk around on a very dangerous planet with aggressive sentinels, and the weather is just trying to kill you as well. Plus aggressive animals, so you can get everything. So we have the high sentinel activity. High is not necessarily bad, but just pay a little bit of attention. It's a moon, so and there's a stone. Torrential acid, that sounds nice. That's where I like to go on my holidays.
Extreme hazard planet. Extreme hazard planet.
So it's an extreme weather planet, okay.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge. Technology recharge. Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
So I hope the storm goes away. What I can actually do is what way, how far? That way, 400-ish. Then now I have built it, I can actually go. Okay. That is only when my freighter is in the same system. Okay. See, I can make mistakes as well. I thought I was smart. So 400 is not long, but I don't know how badly the toxicity will be.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
At least now it's clearing. still high. So that way. So it's always a good idea to make sure you have your bearings right, because when you use the jetpack like that, it has a tendency to not follow a straight course. So, as I know there is sentinels, just going to take until they show their presence, then I stop. So, just that way, wasn't it? Yeah. Ooh. That was not smart, but I just did. That is what I need, but might as well take whatever is on the way. In the end, it might be nanites, it might be something else. Hyperdrive module.
Units received. Units received. Units received.
There is a sensor.
Units received.
That one is taking the... Yeah, I know. I want that, whatever that animal is. There we go.
Units received.
And I've seen there's metal fingers over there. I'm going for them as well when I'm done with the other things. So each thing in its own steps. That's my mantra today. Boom, boom, boom.
Alert. Navigational data received.
I go through these things every time I find buildings and stuff like that, because in the end it gives nanites as well. When you upload
Incoming storm.
your findings, it takes everything you have found in the system, and it might not be a lot, but in the greater scheme, it actually does add up. The storm is coming back. That is a little bit annoying. Unfortunately, I have to wait until that's done. But as I say, everything adds up, and when you can find all animals on the planet, you get the bonus nanite. So it's just kind of doing it. It would be a shame you cheat yourself for benefits in the game while playing. I can only recommend that you do all these things and scan what you see, get as much information. That the scanning gives you coin. Upgrade your scanners as much as you can, tweak it so much you can, so you get really high amount of coins. It's worth it. Then when you see an S-class ship you want, you can just buy it. You don't even have to swap with another ship. This looks very green. There we go. So see how much I can get without being tormented by sentinels. See, that one was all down.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
Am I getting a visitor now? That's a little cat. Sentinels. Very close.
Units received. Units received.
Let me see, just for scanning things I get 70,000 coins. And That's plant life. Rocks doesn't give as much. What's that? So there's a rock. They don't give as much, but it depends on the rarity. So there is a base value depending whether they are common, rare, whatever the I'm really keeping an eye on that sentinel, whether he comes back or not. So he's over there. So I don't know if there is any right or wrong how to best react when sentinels are close by, but I've always been taught that you can continue until they start getting too close to you and scan you. When they scan you, then you just stop what you're doing. If they get aggressive, then you go into mole mode, i.e. go underground, and let them run out their time, and then hopefully you can go back and continue what you did. If they attack you, the worst thing you can do is actually jump on board your ship and fly away, because now they actually will come with
Technology recharge.
sentinel destroyers and chase you down, and that can actually be very difficult to get away from, because they follow you out in space. And they cripple your ship like pirates does, so you can't escape unless you can stay alive long enough. That's of course an option, but you will have to fight them. As long as you're just dealing with them on ground, going underground and kind of wait them out is normally enough. Of course, if it's a planet where they are very aggressive, it can be slightly difficult. I did not see him.
Units received. Units received.
So the scanning not only gives
Units
coins, it also gives nanites.
Units received.
because it's things you discover, and everything you discover, one way or another, give you rewards.
Units received.
Too many light blue plants on this planet. Where is my ship? It's over there. So, back to the space station. Somewhere.
Extreme night toxicity detected.
I just want to see something.
Orbital station coordinates received.
So there's another atlas. Question is if we should just do them. Combine with a little bit of missions, and then it's actually all I'm done with. That is one possibility. I will say, if you've never done it before, then do it. Then you can always determine then whether you want to do it next time you start a save, and so on, because if you don't feel like I'm actually tempted to say it's a +2, so let's go and find an ancient artifact. It's always good to do things at least once, and I do say to most new players when they start off, follow the missions you get. The Artemis mission is, I think, useful to actually... You're kidding me. Back to the same moon. The Artemis mission is quite good because it teach you a lot of basic stuff from the beginning. How you basic survive, how you repair things, how you create things, how you get into space. And all those kind of things. We're looking for a monolith here, I think. There. Thing is, on a planet like this, I do not want to walk around more than necessary. So I have a feeling this is the one I need. If not, then fool on me. It is. So, Korvax law. Oh, not much law. But the good thing is sometimes you know what you're looking for, and then you can kind of skim the area and see if you can see it. If you can,
Incoming storm.
it's actually easier than walk around and look for it. At least your survival rate is higher when you fly. Most of the time. There's a lot of bunker mode clusters. That's not the one I'm looking for. However, this one gives low. Problem is the weather. I could kind of ignore it.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
Yeah, I planted my ship in the middle of the building. So this is another way of getting words, is using the knowledge stones. I won't say one is better than the other, but I do like the opportunity to try to get something out of the people you talk to. So it's more become a little bit of a game for me to see, can I get something from them? So there's a funny thing here. If I give that, it will tell me where there is a portal, and that was actually why So there is a portal. How much of my health did that actually take? Ah, that was not too bad. It was worth it. So let's get the artifact. Then go back and hand that in. No. I have to be smart with this. Let me get the artifact first and then think. This toxic world. It's too large. it's one of those which is deep down. Another. I always try to take the one closest, but it doesn't always work out. It's sometimes a little bit weird with distances. So, wonder what we find. Toxic buckwort seeds. Okay. So he will probably take me to a trading station on the planet. I'm going to take a little bit of a detour first. How far is that away? I'm going to mark it with a save point so I can find it again. And then I'm going to cheat. Some people would say. Well, portals are useful somehow to mark in where they are. Whether you take a screenshot or get the coordinates where you are, or you I used to make notes, and then I suddenly had a million notes which I couldn't remember what it belonged to, so I gave up a little bit on that behalf. But what I am going to is, of course, land. I'm going to waste some resources by putting down a save point. Save beacon. So, thing is, that will always show up as the star on the map, no matter whether I'm on the planet or in space. It's easy to find. So let's find the trade station. How far is that away? It's relatively close as well. So even though you don't go far enough out to use the pulse drive, then you can still gain some time saved by going up. There's a lot of things on this planet, even though it's inhospitable, toxic, extreme world. So now we have two choices. We can just do this, and then we can either go to the space station and hand it in, or we can go directly to the portal and hand it in on the other side. Problem is, I don't know where I end up, so it might be better to just take a... These are very cheap. I think just for continuity to go to the space station, hand it in, and then come back to the portal, and we can also get a more straight flight to it. It's normally nanite, yeah. Where is the space station? It's there. Okay, it's all about finding. And I ran out of fuel.
Technology recharge.
You notice I'm using pirate to fuel my because I need the tritium to frigate fuel, so I'm doing it that way. Get our +2. Oop. is it's actually better and get these up to full standing if you can, because you get more out of it. And as we've been talking about earlier, when should you actually start doing missions? And I would say, I always thought that, oh, it's not something which you actually should do from the early days. However, I actually think I'm a little bit wrong. Because I think that when you can get the standing up earlier, it's actually better. It gives you more free stuff as you go. Every time I talk to them now, I get something, and it's 100-something thousand coins. Boom! The dirt is gone. So, where is the space, the thingy? There. So I'm saying I'm cheating. Is not completely true, but some calls it a cheat, but I mean it's a question about decoding the game as well, because it's there and it's how it is.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
See, it only takes 8 cadmium.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
I always said take what
Technology
needs the least.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
There's certain things I would never even consider using, but that's
Technology recharge.
just me.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
So activate. And this time I'm not taking the birds that will send me back where I was earlier. I take the wavy lines, all 12 of them. That should bring me relatively close to the core of the galaxy. So there's been different types of glitches in the game, and this has always been discussed whether it's a glitch or not. it's not. So there's a lot of people who have put a have put information on. So I guess we're not the first one to come here. And that would have surprised me if we were. So a lot of people just got their greetings on stream. Someone who has actually placed a base. I did that in one of my games. Made bases the most weird places where I thought that I want to be able to come back here, but I actually realized you very rarely need to get back to those places. Oh, rusted metal. That's not something I want. Sorry, I need to close the door. I can hear the TV. Wow, even worse, I can hear people laughing at the TV. That's So let's go into space and see where we are. Doesn't look like there's a space station here. These planets has all been discovered before, and that is kind of when you get too close to the center of the galaxy, then the ring becomes smaller and smaller, and more planets is actually discovered by other people because they've been here before. There's less planets in the center than there is in the outer rings. I think each galaxy is like a lot of rings going. So what is this system? Yeah. So this is not really a nice place, so that's fine. So where are we? We are 5,600 light years from the center. And that's kind of what we're going for. Can I get to there? It's too far. But there I can get to. So we need to get into roughly 3,000 light years from the center, so at least here is a space station. There we are. So this system was discovered 3 years ago, so yeah. B1. BB gun. Oh, it's a Viking system, which is good. And we get a little bit of nanites. So this is over, so I'm going to sell them. These are all in. Minus those, so need to check something. Because I'm not sure whether I put something on here or the ship, so I put them there, okay. So I need to fly around with them. So I think that's the guy to talk to. I helped another one to get almost said married. So we are still not having that. It's dark here. Sorry, I have to see something. No. Never mind. So I keep taking them even though I don't really need them. I have so many. But it is one of these things, and I have said this before, I am a hoarder. I can't just leave things. Nothing interesting. So I'm getting to where there's not much useful to get out of their language, but still it's what helps also. Gra must be the word. Well, he gave me something. But it's still the importance to actually understand what they are saying to you. See, there's something else on the wall, which is coins, units. Not much, but every little helps. The more you squeeze the banana, the more lemonade you can make. And that didn't make any sense whatsoever. No, the thing is, take whatever you can. As long as it's free, it's great. The price is right. Commander. I have found out that can be a little bit too much. So I want that. I actually take that. Cryo pumps is good because they can become more. See, 111,000 just to chit-chat with the representative of the Merchants Guild. And the better you are, the better you get. So we have to go to another system and scan some flowers, plants. This is tedious, but the more I can get, the better. So, one advice, when you are in systems where everything has been discovered, check the planet especially if you need resources. You can quickly see what is here. You can see the sentinel level, and you can see what type the planet is. It's an easy way just to get a overview of what there is. So it wants me to go there. So here is 2 planets, and I'm actually the first one here. So it wants me to go to the other planet. I'm still going to the space station, but I'm just taking a look at the planet. It looks warm. High Sentinel, okay. But it's always smart just to go in, take a round, and check what missions they actually have here. It might be something which works out with what you already have, or something with good reward. It's not like we are in any hurry or anything to get to the center of the galaxy. It happens when it happens. And there's still a lot to look at around here. I see one. The bartender, is it that one? Might be wrong. So these trying to sell you a thing, right? It's actually a no-win scenario. You can buy the 15,000 and get some crap. You can pressure them to accept less and you risk losing standing with them, or you can leave, which I do, then nothing happened. But I have never gotten anything useful out of them. I just feel my money is being drained. So, as I said the other day, I was tempted to actually start buying it, and I think I will, until I have a good stock of frigate fuel. Because the more I can get, the better it is, and that's going to be the bottom line. So when it's cheap-ish and for sale, then I'm going to take it. I have plenty of coins to use for whatever is reasonable, and I do see that as being reasonable. And now you can come into chat and tell me that you would never do that, or you can come in and say, oh, I done the same. And we can have an argument whether A or B is the correct way of doing it. I kind of don't give a shit, because it's down to you, what you do, me, what I do. And that is the lovely thing with this game. That's a lot of shitty ships. So, a little trick, if you want to trade with these, if you take those who has haulers, they normally, I say normally because it's not always true, have more stuff to sell. See, he has 3 pages, where some in a smaller ship might only have 1 page. Is there anything he would buy of ours? Unfortunately, his prices is aligned with the space station prices, so you don't get a lot of interesting trades that way. So it's a gig station. Let's talk to some gigs. So that's a farmer. Lord. That must be products. Oh, he gave me money. So I already talked to him and it doesn't show up like that. Okay. So caramelized nightmare, that's food. There's a +2. I take that. I like finding ancient artifacts. The good thing with that is you always get to keep the artifact as well. So it's merchants, that's normally coins. Yeah. So another 100,000 as a traveler. So it's it's weird that there is so many travelers in this galaxy. Gifts. Antimatter. So let's go and do what we can do. Always be a little bit careful when turning around the space station. Because if you're too close, you will just land again. Ah. Sorry, I'm sitting eating licorice, but it's been a little bit rough on my voice. And you could say it's probably my own fault because I talk too much. I always say that that's how I am. I always talk too much. So it's warm here. I did fill that up good. Oh, yeah. Yeah, water hits as hard as everything else when you fall down in it. always inside the mountain. I'm a little bit lazy here. I could probably have done it on foot, but thing is, there's sentinels, there's hot storms. Yeah, I could go mode sometimes, but still. Sometimes what is worth, whether it's worth doing it. I'm always curious with these cobalt thingies, what they are combined with. Because it's often cobalt and something else. Big one, 77, 82. I do like scanning an animal and get nearly 500,000 coins out of it. And the big one was there. Okay. Then we need a trade station. That's that way. Which is the other way now. 2 hours. very crammed in. They're not always making it easy for us. But I take that as anything else. Actually, okay, there is some differences. So getting a little bit extra is not bad. A hauler. Something I didn't get. Sea fighter. So that is now mine. Goes to sell.
Alert. Navigational data received.
So I have to do something differently now, because we also have the flowers we need to scan, and actually don't know if that's on this planet or the other one, so we need to switch the this planet. 6 hours, okay. That's a long time, so the rest of the day we will be flying there. Oh dear. There's a lot of plants here. Can I land there? Some green there. I could. It is sold. It is freaking sold. Does that count? It's coordinate those. I take the sword, not something I overly need, but it's actually a good utility resource. You can mix that with certain things and get even more out of it. To remember there's actually sentinels there. Aggressive, but still.
Technology recharge.
That's not a plan.
Received.
There it is.
Units received. Units received. Units received.
I know I'm supposed to scan plants, but it would be kind of silly not scanning everything.
Received. Units 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 received.
So 7 out of 10. They can sometimes be quite difficult actually to see the plants.
Units received.
Oh there. What's closest here? Is there.
Units received.
You know what? My ship is over there. Is sodium important? Yeah. It is. Something you really need to protect yourself sometimes. Oops. So if you notice, it goes blue before it goes red. Oh. But it's yeah, I mean, it's always the question of how far can you actually go. If you don't want to fight them, then you just stop when they start scanning you. If they start shooting at you, yeah, then you have to decide whether you want to fight or hide or whatever. You choose yourself what you actually want to do. As I said, if you really need money and want to grind that, planets with ancient bones is actually a good way of creating income. I will say that planet is a caustic nightmare, so it is very toxic and it probably has some very extreme environment. So that won't really be the first choice. Try to find planets which is relatively benign when you go for those kind of things. Especially in the start of the game. When you're geared up, you can kind of take a lot more battering by the environment than you can in the beginning. So, a couple of missions. As tempting it is, it's a no. the no is because either I would have to do it on an extreme planet, or I would have to do it with sentinels around me. Not really hooked on either. So I'm going to shoot a little bit of rocks. The more I can get, the better it is. And the good thing with this, the rocks rarely shoot back. I also get gold out of it. I think I'm stuck on something. Sometimes you get too close to an object and it's like, no, I'm not having that. It might just be a little one or not even a big one. Feels like I have problems navigating in this. And you see, as soon as I let go, it sticks to zero. I'm not supposed to. In space, there's no resistance, so you should just float very slowly, forward or backward. So I don't know if I can be naughty, and that's the thought I have had for a long time. If I ask for a black hole this close to the core, would it actually bring me any closer or not? That's the good question. So that I'm going to find out. What's up, buddy? I have a little meowing cat walking around me. I think he thinks I'm talking to him. Talk to Nether for a while because I find what he says is or she, I don't know, it's a he, I think. I don't know, it's just weird. So I got some service data, so just going to take some random things again. Yeah. My cat is telling me off. Why? to let the cat out. I think that's what he said. Do you want to come out? Yeah, I can let you out. Yeah. Absolutely fine. So, I have a dog and a cat, and none of them like closed doors. The problem is sitting streaming and